begin now. Okay, class, today what we're going to do is we're going to work on our resumes. Mike Juan, can I have you read the objective for today, please, up here on the board? You don't want to? Why not? Thank you, Alan. Can you read?
Students learn the process of applying for a job and complete a resume and a letter.
Good. Thank you. That's what we're going to work on today. That's what this lesson is going to be all about. We're going to continue working on our resumes, the ones that we've been working on, okay? And we're going to talk a little more about why it is so important to have our resumes up and working and ready to go. And since you guys are all seniors and you're going to be looking for jobs fairly quickly, we're going to be putting together this resume so you can use as your transitioning services. And this is what our standard is today, everybody. It's your IEP transitioning goals. That's what we're going to work on. So we're going to start our do now. We're going to work on our resume. After that, we're going to do content support, and then we're going to do housekeeping. So think back to the essential question, right? The essential question is, what do I need to obtain? What do I need to do to obtain a job? What documents do I need to complete? And what steps do I need to take? So now that we're doing the resume, I want you to take a look at your do now paper, right? Aisha, you do now paper, everybody? Do now paper? Okay. The purpose of a resume. It's a marketing tool. It sells you. What are you going to write in your resume that's going to make an employer hire you? Think about that. I want you to think about that. What are you going to write in your resume that is going to make an employer hire you? What would you write, Mike, on your resume? What would you write, Aisha?
I'll tell them about what I can do.
That's right. That's exactly what you write in a resume. That's a great response. Tell them about yourself, your qualifications, what you can do, what you have done thus far. Talk about any job experiences that you've had. So, what are you going to write in your resume that is going to make an employer hire you? Qualifications, right? For number one, list different types of qualifications that you have. I'm a good listener. I communicate well. I work.
I'm a person. I'm friendly. I'm helpful, and I'm responsible.
That's right. Did you guys hear what Ellen said? That was a great response, Ellen. Thank you. Okay, number one, summarizes how your skills and abilities can contribute to their company. If somebody wants to hire you, they want to know why they should hire you. What is so wonderful about this person that they're going to contribute to my company? What kind of skills do they have? So number one, what is your strongest skill? What is your strongest skill? Just write that. You don't have to answer it out loud. Just go ahead and write that. Two, what kind of employee would you be? What kind of projected employee would you be? What kind of job would you do? What kind of employee? Okay, and then also the purpose of a resume, it helps get you a job interview, right? So there's hundreds of people had applied for my job, this job, right? The RSP teacher job. And what stood out to them was my application. They hadn't seen me, they hadn't talked to me, they just had this piece of paper in front of them stating that Ms. Robles can do this, this, and this. She has her degree from here, here, here. She got her teaching credential here, here.
Did you give them a resume before you started the job?
Yeah, I had
before them seeing you?
That's right, they did. I had to submit my resume online in order to be even looked at or talked to for the job. So they chose my resume out of a whole bunch of different resumes, and then they called me in for an interview. And that's the way the interview process goes. They'll interview you once, twice. For this job, you had to do like 3 interviews. You had to do the initial interview, like a group interview, a phone interview, and then the final interview, they would see if you got the job or not. So, I don't know if some of you guys know that, but what you say on paper can build a strong case for your qualifications and for your skills. Okay, and then lastly, an employer screening tool. Why would employers use a resume to screen potential employees? Write that down. Write your answer down. Whatever you think is the best answer. So why would an employer use? So let's say this